Hello everyone, good morning. Uh, Today I am showing you how to read GRE Reading Comprehension. This is a reading comprehension from GRE Big Book. So I am reading it to show you how to read it properly. Here the first sentence is warm-blooded animals, which is a subject, elaborate verb, physiological controls to maintain constant body temperature. Physiological controls to maintain constant body temperature. Here it is shown an example which is in humans 37 degrees centigrade. Warm-blooded animals have elaborate physiological controls to maintain constant body temperature. Object. Why then during sickness should temperature rise? As they have elaborate control to maintain constant body temperature. So why then during sickness should temperature rise? They should not be rising their temperature, apparently increasing stress on the infected organisms. Okay, it has long been known that, now it is shown that there are some previously known thing. The level of serum iron in animals falls. Serum iron falls during infection. Garibaldi first suggested a relationship between fever and iron. Serum iron falls during infection. That means if fever caused, iron falls. That means fever temperature increased, iron decreased. He found that microbial synthesis of siderophores, substances that bind iron in bacteria of the genus Salmonella declined. A substance that bind iron which is declined, that is why iron is declined at environmental temperature above 37 degree centigrade and stopped at thus fever would make it more difficult for an infecting bacterium to acquire iron because iron binding element declined. That is why bacteria cannot acquire iron and cannot increase it. Cold-blooded animals were used to test this hypothesis because their body temperature can be controlled in the laboratory. Okay, that is another thing. Kluger, here one is Garibaldi, and another is Kluger, reported that of iguanas infected with the potentially lethal bacterium A. hydrophila more survived at temperature 42 degrees centigrade than at 37 degrees centigrade, even though healthy animals prefer the lower temperature. When animals at 42 degrees centigrade were injected with an iron solution, however, mortality rates increased significantly. Research to determine whether similar phenomena occur in warm-blooded animals is sorely needed. Here what is said, Kluger reported that of iguanas infected with the potentially lethal bacterium more survived at temperature of 42 degrees centigrade than. That means iguana survive more in more temperature than lower temperature, even though healthy animals prefer the lower temperature. When animals at 42 degrees centigrade were injected with an iron solution, mortality rates increased significantly. Research to determine